talks with Google to put Google's generative AI Gemini system into its iPhones. That is sending shares of both stocks.
Will AI foster brotherhood between Apple and Google? Apple, which has been far quieter than its peers on the AI front, is now looking to partner with Google to develop new AI products. Apple and Google, owned by Alphabet, are archetypal examples of frenemies. It appears that the two businesses may be working together once more, maybe on generative AI and iPhones as well. Why are these two enormous beings joining forces? According to a report by Bloomberg, Apple and Google were in talks on integrating Google's Gemini large language model into future iPhone models. In December 2023, Google released Gemini, referring to the LLM as our largest, most capable AI model to date. There are 3 versions of Gemini available: Ultra, which is the most potent version and is used in Google subscription plans; Pro powers the free version; and Nano is used for mobile devices. Regarding the report that they're in talks, neither Apple nor Google have made any public statements. People familiar with the situation were the sources given by Bloomberg for their scoop. It's fascinating to see how timely Bloomberg's story is, following Apple's publication of a study last week detailing its efforts towards creating the MM1 family of multimodal LLMs, which is intended to employ up to 30 billion parameters. Came the item regarding a possible partnership. But Apple didn't make a big deal out of its MM1 study. The study was covertly released by the corporation on the preprint and postprint website Arxiv. Furthermore, Apple has not allowed third parties to test MM1. The Magnificent Seven stocks that are Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, platforms Google parent Alphabet and Tesla have lived up to their reputation in 2023, with significant increases. Many say a transaction would probably benefit both Magnificent Seven stocks. Is it a win-all situation for Apple and Google? After the Bloomberg story broke, Alphabet stock increased by more than 6% in early trading. It's not expected. If Apple were to license Gemini, Google's AI credentials would be greatly enhanced. More importantly, Alphabet would almost probably profit handsomely from any transaction. Gene Munster, a co-founder of Deepwater Asset Management, stated on X that Alphabet's overall revenue might increase by 1 to 2% if Gemini is licensed to Apple. Wall Street analysts collectively predict that Alphabet will bring in $342 billion in sales this year. At the upper end of Munster's estimate, an Apple license deal may increase Alphabet's earnings by almost $6.8 billion. The company's total financial impact might be much higher if Alphabet used the Apple deal's PR value to entice customers to use Gemini to develop AI apps on Google Cloud. The concept of utilizing Gemini in iPhones was well received by Apple investors as well. In early trade, shares of the second largest firm in the world increased by more than 2%. Apple seems to be falling behind, while Google and other companies have made significant advances in generative AI. Instead of waiting for its own LLMs to be ready, the business might be able to roll out generative AI features more quickly by integrating Gemini into the iOS operating system, which powers iPhones and iPads. Even if the partnership takes place between these two companies, will the agreement allow them to use each other's technologies? Apple and Google, according to Bloomberg, haven't decided the terms or branding of an AI agreement or finalized how it would be implemented. The fine print of significant licensing agreements, like the one that's allegedly being negotiated, is crucial, as everyone who follows the technology sector understands. Additionally, Bloomberg disclosed that Apple and OpenAI have discussed integrating OpenAI's GPT-4 AI model into iPhones. OpenAI appears to be a fallback option in the event that Apple talks with Google are unsuccessful. Apple may also exploit the possibility of employing GPT-4 as a negotiating chip to get Google to reduce the price. Even still, it's significant for both businesses that Apple and Google are supposedly actively discussing a generative AI partnership. It's possible that these two rivals may soon tip the scales more in favour of their friends than their foes. Although Apple has never made a lot of announcements about the development of its products and services before they're released, there are worries that the company is lagging behind competitors in artificial intelligence. How does Apple view AI adoption and expenditure differently than its competitors in the big tech space? Apple has bought around 22 artificial intelligence businesses since 2015. Some of these companies are Emotion, Laserlike, Drive AI, AI Music, and Wave One. However, Apple engineers have integrated the acquired technologies into the company's operating systems, plethora of mobile applications, streaming music and TV services, computers, watches, smartphones, and the Vision Pro mixed reality headset, set to launch in the upcoming year. Even though major tech rivals like Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon are outspoken in their promotion of their generative AI chatbots and large language model platforms, Apple has remained silent about its acquisitions in the AI space and has generally refrained from discussing its overall strategy, including its long-standing internal R&D in AI. Some analysts say that's what Cook and Cupertino are made of. They usually wait to speak until they're released. There are other insights to be gained from Apple's AI strategy, including how it will affect its customer-focused business model going forward. One such insight is publicity. Many are of the opinion that Apple only focused on machine learning infrastructure, while its competitors are concentrating on developing standalone generative AI models. What are your thoughts on Apple acquiring AI companies rather than building AI products? Apple considers purchasing top teams of expertise in every field that can apply machine learning methods to specific consumer goods, stated Brendan Burke, a tech analyst at PatchBrook, which has monitored 30 AI purchases made by Apple in the previous 8 years. Due to this, the acquisition strategy is now primarily focused on AI apps for consumers, with a small amount of investment in the future of deep learning and more horizontal technologies, as well as operational strategies for machine learning, deployment, and edge devices. CEO Tim Cook stated, "We view AI and machine learning as core fundamental technologies that are integral to virtually every product that we build," during his August 2023 appearance on Good Morning America. Up until then, Apple AI's capability was demonstrated by the newest generations of the iPhone and Watch. The iPhone 15 is equipped with a number of artificial intelligence capabilities, including live voicemail, which records messages in real time, and personal voice, which allows users to mimic their own voice and say words they type in FaceTime and phone calls. The updated camera can distinguish between an object in the frame that's an animal and one that's a person using machine learning AI. AI is used in the Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2, which improve health monitoring, have a brighter display, smarter Siri, and a double tap capability that make tasks easier to do. The future is generative AI, and Apple isn't doing that, complain a number of Apple critics. Many say this is the reason why Apple's joined hands with Google, which is doing a far more superior job in generative AI. The startup, situated in New York, stores hundreds of thousands of open-source AI models that developers may use for AI applications, and it permits businesses to store and deploy AI software. Do you think the partnership between Apple and Google will be beneficial to the advancement of AI in the world? Do share your opinions on this in the comments. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Bye for now.